Here's my basic review of the Sony XAV-68BT, covering details I couldn't find from other reviews. The other reviews you'll find are pretty comprehensive, so I'm not going to go into all the functions of the radio. I'm actually returning this one due to a couple features I'm just not pleased with. First one is each time it turns on, there's a prompt where you have to hit OK before it will start playing any music, which is effectively like having an on button. And I want my radio to start playing whatever was playing before I turned off the ignition. I don't want to have to hit OK every time. So that was the biggest problem for me. I emailed Sony about it, and they weren't helpful at all. They told me that hit the reset button. On the second email they sent after my first reply, they said they asked me if there was another option, which means they didn't look at the screenshot that I sent them. And the third one, they said to send it back to tech support. I'll show you the boot up time. It's pretty quick. It's about 6 or 7 seconds if you hit the OK button. But if you don't hit the OK button, you're not going to hear anything. On the 601BT, the older model, which was a step up, it would actually play in the background, and the OK button would disappear in less than a minute. This one, after a minute, it's still there. So I'll show you. See, that's a little annoying to me. Touchscreen, though, does work very well. It does work with gloves, which is a requirement for me up here in New England. I don't want to have to take off my gloves in the winter, but the changeover time is pretty quick. I went right into the USB. That was just a 1 or 2 second lag. It was pretty fast. When you go back, though, it stops playing the USB. The tuner, when you hit the home button, it continues playing, which is nice. I kind of wish it would do that for the other apps as well. But that's just a minor thing. The screen, you can't change the backgrounds. On the prior model, the 64BT, there were 3 or 4 other colors you could change it to. The blue doesn't really match my dashboard colors. Not a big deal. I could deal with the blue. The blue looks nice, but I don't know why Sony would take away features on a newer model. That's beyond me. One thing I don't like, though, I also don't like the knob. It looks like it's rubbery and grippy. It's not. It's very smooth. So on my last radio, it had a rubber ring around it, which was very nice, especially when wearing gloves. But if you just have to deal with that. I know a lot of the radios that have a knob, they're actually pretty smooth, just like this. So just something to deal with. Nice thing about this one, though, is the Pandora is very quick. I use it with my Android. So the first time you use it, when it activates the app, it's about it's like 18 seconds or so, or 20 seconds, because it has to. Okay, not that time. That time was pretty quick. Usually, yeah, sometimes it's about 18 to 20 seconds. Here, if you go back to another app in the tuner, and then go back to Pandora, it's extremely fast. It's only a couple seconds. Back to Pandora. So that is really nice. It's very quick and responsive. Something else I didn't like, the contacts and the phone. You gotta wait for that to go away. When you go to your contact list, it's alphabetical by a last name, not by first name. It's a little slow. But you can't change the names. It's you can't change how it sorts it. You can't go by first name. That's just a limitation. But the best thing about this radio, I think, was the Pandora time, and I'm using it with an Android phone through Bluetooth. I ended up buying a Kenwood DDX-372BT, which doesn't have a prompt. It has customizable backgrounds. These you can't change. You can't. There's no like top menu where you could have your favorites. The Kenwood has 3 favorites, and you can change which ones you want. It has a customizable screen. You can change the color, and it's the same price as this one. This one I paid I think $225, and the Kenwood was $228. But that one, the Pandora switching time is about 10 to 12 seconds between, where this one was only 2 to 3. So that's something I'll just have to deal with. And that one doesn't have the USB on the front like this one does, and this has the auxiliary on the front, which I do use the USB a lot, and it's quick to just take it off. But the other ones you just put in your glove box and deal with that. So if you don't mind the OK prompt, and you don't mind not changing colors, having those limited features, it is a great unit. And if you use Pandora with Android, it does work the best I've seen. It's very fast and responsive. So I hope that helped some people with a few details that I couldn't find and are hard to find on written reviews or video reviews. So that's it.